What's going on? Oh, good morning, possums. This is Maggie back with you after an amazing night of that solar lineup and so many people chatting to me through the night and keeping this whole energy level happening. I've decided this morning to use my beloved dog wisdom. Look at this, dog wisdom, 45 cards to inspire and uplift. Oh, nothing inspires us more than a good dog. You know, now I saw something the other day that gave me pause for thought. Pun on the pause. Most of us are horrified by eating a dog. Does not the same apply to a pig or a cow? I'm not a rampant vegetarian, but I am finding the universe is pushing me in that direction. And if what I got last night is anything to do with it, then yay, I got to stop eating, my friends. Okay, let's have a look what our dogs, who is the wisdom of the dog? The hound wisdom for Capricorn. Oh, hesitation. Hesitation. My goodness, do you need to hesitate? Do you know sometimes by hesitating, by standing back, all is lost? You've lost the momentum. Sometimes you've just got to throw yourself at it, no matter what it is. Or even if it's a little bit, oh my goodness, like, I don't know, will I, won't I? No. Hesitation will get you every single time. This is a time to jump right in, to go chase that ball, to go get it, to go do it. It's like, no time to stand back and hesitate, because somebody else is going to chase your ball or your cat or whatever, darling. It's time to get in there and move forward very, very strongly. You started a momentum of a process happening. Follow through. No hesitation. Aquarians. Oh, laziness. Love it. You know, there's laziness. And then there's laziness. You know, sometimes what we perceive as laziness is what we actually need. That time to sit, to do nothing, to just be, to just watch the world go by. Not even to be actively partaking in like what we call relaxation. It's just like, yep, do nothing. Is it actually laziness? In some cases, if you don't get out of your own way and you don't follow through and you don't get your day-to-day stuff done, yeah, absolutely. But if you've been working flat out and you just want to sit in bed all day and read a book, It's like, define your laziness, darling. If you're not getting things done because you're sitting in bed reading a book and because they're absolutely vital and absolutely important, and you just cannot give a stuff, and everybody does everything for you, that then is true laziness. However, if you're just taking an hour or 3 out, that's what you need. That's constructive laziness. It's like two sides to every coin. Aries. Indecision. There's an awful lot of hesitations and indecision and strange things coming up this morning. You know, planetary-wise, we're in this space of, oh my God, and it's affecting and reflecting on everyone around us and everything that we do. Look, if in doubt, don't do a thing. But if you're 100% sure that everything's going to work, then pull out the plug. Indecision isn't going to help you. But for this time, I'm feeling it's more like, oh, you need a little bit more positive input. You need to wait for positive connection. You need to wait and let things flow until you can see the clarity, until you can see the clear picture, until it's all coming. And then go for it. Okay? Just give it that space. Now let's see where the Piscean hounds of the system are. Love it. Affection. You know, every single one of us needs affection. For a hound, it's a tickle on the belly. I don't say I'm partial to it myself, but I've never been known to knock a bit of affection back. It's like, it's time to be affectionate. It's time to reach out. But, you know, sometimes you have to allow affection. Sometimes we're too busy. We're too stressed. We've got too much to do. We push the overtures aside. Yeah, I'll get back to you later. I'll come back to you. Yeah, well, what if there is no later, hon? This is make time and space in your life for affection, to share affection, to actually enjoy it and allow it to happen. Because it's important. And because you can and because you deserve it. Taurians. Oh, look at this face. Frustration. Oh, it's not quite going as we planned, is it, darling? And it's not, and there's just nothing you can do about it. So what you need to have a look at right now is, hey, what are my options? It's no good sitting there chucking in the towel because things aren't working the way you want them to. This is a time to look at options, to figure out where you're going. And if that means you try, you know, you sit down and chew it over and chew it over and chew it over until you got perfection, then so be it. Don't just chuck in the towel because you're not seeing what's happening here, Dale, babe. Give it space. Give it time. All you need is a little bit of TLC. Gem. Oh, look at that face, don't you love it? Rest, yeah, well, I'd like to see anybody make a Gemini rest. Which Gemini twin would you like to rest? Probably both. Well, you know, sometimes, and I know for me in particular, I get forced to rest. If I'm overdoing it and running like a lizard, it's like, yeah, okay, cop this flu or cop this. That'll slow you down for a day or two. But it's like, make time for rest. See where rest is important in the whole overall system, where it's all going to come together. It's like rest is extremely important, and you need to make time in your life for that. Time for it to happen, time for it to be in. Cancerians. Oh my goodness, guilt. Yeah, so you messed up, so problem is, it's like give yourself permission to be human here. Nobody made you super person. You know, give yourself time to learn a new situation, or to learn how to work with new people, to learn how to develop a new energy level. You know, you're gonna get a few things a bit off balance. You're human. This is the whole process of learning. And this is where you need to be right now, sweetheart, in the process of learning. Not having learned, because none of us learn everything like that. It's about let go of the guilt trips, because you don't need them. They're not serving you. They're not doing you any good. Throw it out the window. Guilt is a man-made emotion. And it links back to control, which means someone else has got a control thing happening. Let it go. Okay? Leos. Oh, innocence, innocence. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. Don't you just love it? I love a good dog. I love any dog. What's your problem here? Innocence is a wondrous state to be in. Don't be ashamed of not knowing it all, or not having all the answers. Don't be ashamed of your innocence. Innocence is the most brilliant space to be in. We can approach something with total innocence. We approach it as a child with total joy and total openness. And this is what the key to belief is. We approach life with, wow, that innocence, yes, I can do this, that expectation. Innocence is total. If you can bring innocence into your space right now, everything's going to be wonderful for you. Innocence is a lost art. We all feel the need to pretend to be wise, to be this, to be that. Innocence is the art of being yourself. Practice a bit. Sometimes it takes some practice. Virgo. Where's my Virgos? gift of life. This is about, yes, life is a gift, and it's about seeing where you fit in that path, in that gift of life, in that gift of freedom, in that gift of giving. This is about grabbing life with both hands. It's about accepting it, rejoicing in it, becoming immersed in it, becoming part of it. It's about not questioning it, not trying to sort it all out. It's just like, wow, I'm alive, I'm wonderful, I have everything. But it's about contentment and being at peace within your own space and being at peace within your own self. What an amazing gift that is to anyone. Where are my beloved Librans? I do love dogs. Companionship. These cards are so wonderful. They give me back that sense of innocence, that sense of childhood delight, and it's what everybody needs. Librans, you deserve companionship. This is a day to open your heart to companionship. You don't have to judge companions. You know, a dog will take a pat from anyone. They don't care who tickles their belly. They're quite happy. It's like, don't let anybody step on your territory, because a dog would never allow that. But where companionship and friendship is offered, then allow that door to be open so that it can come flying on through, because everybody needs companionship. This is about, don't isolate yourself, hun. Open the door. It doesn't have to be a raging love affair. Companionship is what we need. Friends, and friends make the world go round. They keep us happy. Scorpio. Wherefore art thou, Scorpio? Oh, vulnerability. You know, sometimes, and especially for Scorpios, allowing their vulnerability to show is the hardest thing for them. Scorpios are so chock full of pride, it's a wonder they don't bust at the seams. You know, being vulnerable is a gift. Allowing your vulnerability. If you don't allow your vulnerability, nobody can help you. But you can't reach out to help others either. You have to understand and accept the vulnerability of others. Vulnerability and accepting vulnerability is about non-judgmental. You know, if somebody is very, very vulnerable around you, it's very, sometimes Scorpio, your sting's a bit like, ooh, well, come on, get up, get on with it, move forward. Whoa. Sometimes that is a little bit harsh for some people who are a little bit fragile around the edges. So at this stage, yes, allow your vulnerability to show, but also allow people their vulnerability without you, I guess, walking in boots and all and stepping on it without understanding it. Just step back a little bit and see if it is arrogance or if it is vulnerability. What is it? Now let's see what the Sagittarians have. And we're back to innocence. And you know, there's no more innocent a sign than the Sagittarius. Yes, I know they're parties. Yes, I know they love to travel. But that innocence is there like, what, me? I never did it. What's your problem? You know, sometimes, Sag, and particularly now, you're in this state where you just don't get it. And that is fantastic. You don't have to get everybody else's concept. You don't have to get the crap everybody's loading on you. You don't have to get somebody else's beat. You have to be yourself. It's about working with yourself, moving with yourself, living with yourself. And if that means you're innocent of everybody else's stuff, you don't know what's going on, you don't want to know what's going on, that's just fine. Sag very often do not listen to other people's stuff. That gives them an innocence and a purity where they can make sane judgments. You're not caught up between he said, she said. And this is where you need to be right now, standing in your own path and your own direction. Well, guys, that's pretty good, and I'm so enjoy doing these dog cards. I don't play with them often, but when I do, I just love it. It just brings you back to such a basic purity, just such a part of, wow, look, get over yourself. This is the basic emotional connections that's happening. You take care, and I'll get back to you real soon.